What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dan the Fam coming at you with another video. Today we're going to be figuring out just which dragon is the coolest dragon in Dungeons and Dragons. Let's get on to the video. So I've compiled a list of the 22 dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, and that list can be split into two sub-lists with the top 10 and the not so top 10. So starting with the not so quite top 10, we have at the very bottom the drakes. Now, drakes are basically if dragons were dogs, and that's kind of lame, so we're going to go to the next one. Next on the list are the dragonborn and half dragons. Now, those are two different things, but they're pretty similar, so I put them together because they're basically dragon people, which makes them scaly, and we don't like that here. Next up are the white dragons, which are the dumbest and most animalistic of the chromatic dragons. They're also pretty cold-hearted. Next up are the green dragons. Now, while green dragons are the most cunning and smart of the chromatic dragons, they also look like they were carved out of a pickle, and that's kind of gross. After that are the wyverns. Now, wyverns are stupid dragons, but you can ride them sometimes, which is pretty cool. So next on the list are the dracoliches. Now, dracoliches are dragons, but instead of dying when they died, they decided to become a lich, so now they're just a skeleton dragon and they lose all their draconic properties. Brass dragons are shiny dragons. Bronze dragons are also shiny dragons, but they also do cooler things like turn into animals and watch people. They also like war a lot, so sometimes you'll see them leading armies into battle. Fairy dragons are cat-sized dragons with butterfly wings, and they're really cute and I love them so much. Gem dragons are really cool, but only one of them is really in 5th edition, so we're going to get to that one later. And now for the last dragon of the not so quite top 10 list is the blue dragon. Now, instead of living in the ocean, which would make more sense because they're blue, blue dragons live in the desert and burrow into sand, so I guess they get props for being original. Alright guys, we made it to the top 10. All these dragons are legitimately cool in different ways, which is why they're on the top 10, and not in the not so quite top 10. Number 10, the shadow dragon. Now, shadow dragons are any true dragon which spends too long in the Underdark and is corrupted by that, so they become really shadowy and cool. Number 9, clockwork dragons. Clockwork dragons are massive metal constructs made in the form of a dragon, and they're really cool even if they're not fully 100% 5th edition. Number 8, silver dragons. Silver dragons are the friendliest of the metallic dragons. They are known to sometimes use their polymorphic abilities to turn into humanoids and even befriend humans sometimes. They also look really cool, so let's get to number 7. Number 7, copper dragons. Copper dragons are amazing pranksters and riddlers, and sometimes if some adventurers come into their lair looking for a specific item, it'll just send them on a wild goose chase. Just sit back and watch with some popcorn, enjoying the show. Number 6, black dragons. Black dragons are foul, evil-tempered beasts who take pleasure in the suffering of others. Also, they look really cool. Yo, we've made it to the top 5 coolest dragons now. Number 5, sapphire dragons. So sapphire dragons are really the only gem dragons who have rules for them in 5th edition. Which is why they're so high on this list, because sapphire dragons are really cool. So not only do sapphire dragons look really cool, which they do, and I have the mini, and it's massive, it's not miniature at all, but they have telekinetic abilities, and they use those to have the ends of their horns floating around them, and their tail too, and that's really cool. Number 4, dragon turtles. Being among the greatest of sea creatures, they take the best of two worlds with the cute, lovable nature of turtles and the massive, fire-breathing nature of dragons to create this awesome monster. Also, if anybody can find a dragon turtle miniature for me, that would be really cool, and I would pay like $2 for it. We're in top 3 territory now. Number 3, gold dragons. Being the wisest of dragons, gold dragons will sometimes use their shape-shifting abilities to lend an unseen helping hand or to befriend a lost traveler. Number 2, red dragons. Being the strongest of the dragons, red dragons use their power to take slaves so as to learn of the world beyond their territories and have them do their bidding. We've made it. Number 1. As you walk down a path leading through an old forest, you see a quick flash of red out of the corner of your eye. Turning to look, you see an ancient tree, hollow yet still strong. As you look into the tree, you smell a hint of smoke. You see a small pile of trinkets and a cloth bunched up like a bed. Crouched down with playful poise, you see your little friend, a pseudo-dragon. Now you may ask, "Oh, dang the fam, how is a tiny dragon the coolest of all dragons?" And I would say, that's a stupid question. Just look how cute Steve is, thank you. They also have telepathic abilities and make really good familiars, but maybe the best part about them is my bias, because I had one as a familiar for an entire campaign, so there's that. So that is the ranking of all 22 dragons in Dungeons & Dragons. This is the correct list. If you see other people making a list like this, and it's not exactly like my list, then they're wrong, and mine's better. Thank you. So I'm gonna make a challenge. If we can get to 25 subscribers by the end of February, then I'll do a giveaway of 2 painted Steve miniatures to 2 lucky subscribers who subscribe and comment on this video. And it'll be kind of maybe random, I don't know, okay? Just leave me alone, get off my back.